FMD Payback by Jacob Carpenter, Eric Honeycutt, Courtney Herron, and Katie Hackney. For many generations, the United States beef industry has mainly been sustained by the growth and promotion of non-imported beef. However, there has been significant pressure from outside sources, specifically from the beef-producing mogul JBS, located in South America. JEC is a group of people who all have similar interests and met at the World Beef Expo a few years back. They are all heavily invested in the U.S. industry and either have large feedlot systems or own their own processing plants. The team itself consists of a family group of saboteurs out to seek revenge and a profit from the JBS Beef Company because they are putting their family out of business and turning the beef industry into a foreign-owned commodity. The group has tried in the past to reason with JBS and allow for a safe competitive marketplace, but with no success. Now they are going to take a more aggressive route and hopefully bring down this beef powerhouse once and for all. The group has began placing members within various JBS offices around the U.S. with hopes of gaining access to the Brazilian branch of the company. The goal and intent of JEC is to sabotage the Brazilian company JBS in a way that cripples their stake on the U.S. beef industry. Their objective is to release the disease, known as foot and mouth, or FMD, into their operations in Brazil, preventing them from having any exports out of the country. A single detection of FMD will likely stop international trade completely for a period of time. Since Brazil is the leading beef exporter in the world, it would cause a serious issue with their whole profit scheme, with the hopes of forcing them to constrict their operations solely back within the borders of Brazil, or cause the company to close its doors for good. JEC's target is the beef cattle that is owned by JBS through infiltration of their overseas cattle industry in Brazil, and to create large economic loss for the company. If all goes as planned, JBS will lose millions of dollars, which will put their industry behind in the market, which will help JEC's business grow and keep their industry alive and keep the industry from becoming foreign-owned. JEC has 4 team members going to Brazil as marketing agents for a business meeting with JBS and to tour 3 major feedlots. First, the team members are flying to Colombia to collect the FMD virus from the infected animals via mucus collection and placing it into small travel-sized bottles so it can easily be transported from Colombia to the JBS headquarters in Brazil. Once the team reaches JBS, they will first meet with the marketers of JBS and discuss business. After the meeting, the JEC members will tour the feed yard of 3 facilities. While in the feed yard, one member of JEC will rub the mucus from the bottle onto their hands and then touch a couple of the cows on the nose in each feedlot. When the cows start becoming sick with FMD, then the disease will spread rapidly among the cattle. With all of the cattle infected with the disease, JBS will be forced to cull the entire herd and shut down all of the plants that were infected, which will result in millions of dollars lost. The agent used by JEC is foot and mouth disease, which is endemic in parts of Colombia but not Brazil or the U.S. The mode of action of the disease is rarely fatal in adult animals, but there is a 100% morbidity and often high mortality in herds due to mass culling. FMD relies on fomites and living vectors such as animals for mechanical transmission. Most studies suggest the virus can remain stable in the environment for 3 months or less. Humans can act as mechanical vectors for the virus by carrying it on clothing, skin, and even in the nasal passages. FMD is found in all excretions and secretions from an infected animal, including expired air, saliva, milk, urine, and feces. The virus may be present in milk and semen for up to 4 days before the animal shows clinical signs. Clinical signs include vesicles localized on the feet, in and around the mouth, and on the mammary gland. Excessive salivation and nasal discharge is common in cattle. The vesicles on the tongue often rupture quickly, causing severe pain and resulting in the animal becoming reluctant to eat. JEC plans to spread foot and mouth disease to JBS headquarters in Brazil to cause severe production and profit loss to the company without infecting the cattle in America. The intended results will be that even though the majority of their infected animals will recover, the disease must be eradicated through mass culling by the corporation in order to prevent spread throughout the rest of the country. Foot and mouth disease is highly contagious and will spread a contamination that will lead to the loss of approximately 34,740 cows processed daily from the 3 feedlot plants in Brazil.